Hey guys, Mike here. Super excited to announce that the vendor table is going back to Las Vegas for WPBI 2026. So in case you weren't aware of what WPBI is, it's the ultimate destination for wedding and portrait photographers. This year it's happening from March 1st through the 5th, and it's back at the Rio Hotel. So come and learn from some of the best in the industry, get hands-on with the latest gear and tech, and connect with like-minded creatives. Plus you're going to leave there with long-lasting friendships, fresh inspiration, and a whole new passion for your craft. We had an absolute blast last year, and we're so excited to be back as the host of the Wedding Summit. We're also going to be leading a photo walk, and we're going to be recording a live podcast with a studio audience. So if you want to learn more, get all your information and get your tickets with the link in the show notes. Now, let's kick off the episode.
Welcome back to the Vendor Table, presented by Aftershoot, the AI culling, editing, and retouching program designed to give you your time back so you can focus on the important things. What's up, Lauren?
Hi.
Thanks for mouthing my monologue.
It's like, I wonder if
Happy 2026! Sorry. Had to do it. Just wake you up. We ate food, and she is like...
I'm so sleepy.
It's so annoying because this is what happens. She's like, you can't... There's no perfect with Lauren, okay? Either, and she just said it before, so I'm just taking her words and I'm just saying it on the show, okay? Either she's hangry as fuck, okay, or she's full and tired. And we ate breakfast, okay? We had time, so we had breakfast, and now she's full and tired. So wake the fuck up.
I'm just a girl.
It's 2026. 2026. First episode 2026. Wake up. I'm just a girl.
This is hibernation mode for me.
We are in the slow season, which is
My favorite time of year.
Do you have any weddings in the winter?
Not one.
Not one.
Not one. I mean, I did the two in December.
But
usually I have like one or two in
January.
In January, February, or March. None.
When's your next wedding?
April.
Nice. That's great.
And I think it's at Water's Edge.
It's great.
Yeah.
Love Water's Edge. I really love that venue. So I went in January, second week of January, but then I don't have one till May. So I have a nice break. So a lot of things.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
And then, when you talk to people like outside of the industry, they're like, what do you mean you're not working for 4 months? And I'm like, yeah, that's what we do.
I don't know about you, but
it's not working.
You're not shooting.
You're not shooting.
Not,
so
as a photographer, you're not shooting.
Photographing.
That's true. Photographing. Gonna get canceled.
Yeah, we don't want to say that anymore.
You're not photographing. You're not using your camera.
Yeah.
You do, but like for funsies.
Yeah.
But for funsies.
I say this every year, but I try to like plan like a creative project, and I usually just
forget.
I forget. I fail. I'm too sleepy. I just want to. Yeah.
I did 2 creative projects last year. I was very proud of myself. Not
even necessarily like content related shoots. I like personal projects that have nothing to do with weddings.
Yeah.
And I really want to commit to it. Like a couple of goals I already met this year.
Okay.
I wanted to start working out. I started working out. And now I have that consistently as part of my everyday routine and schedule. So I committed to that.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. So now this year, like I got all new lights, including like LEDs and like I upgraded my shit.
Yeah.
And I want to put it to good use and use my brain and become more creative.
Get fucking weird.
And I want to get fucking weird.
Yeah. Get fucking weird.
I want to make.
You're already weird. Get weirder.
I know. I want to make art again.
Okay.
Just like fun art. Do you remember what was the last time you worked on something that was just like an artistic project?
This year. Twice. The 2 styled shoots. Those were the one I planned. That was art to me. That was creating art. Like I unlocked every ounce of brain power to create that, like to help create that, and like the visual, and just it was very rewarding. Obviously going viral and off of the shot that like I had planned for years to get that shot, and that was great. And then the Sabrina Carpenter shoot that I did.
The Sabrina Carpenter shoot, I feel like, was more of something along the lines of what I'm talking about.
It was like, very creative project,
something that you would like print and sell.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
So like,
Had a theme.
right. So I'm trying to work on like a curated series of printed images.
Cool.
Whether or not I see it to fruition is the real question here, but I do have ideas and I just want to get started.
That's cool.
That's why I'm like, I need to eliminate the rest of my queue. There's only 2 weddings left.
Mm-hmm.
Once those are done, then it's full creative brain power.
Yeah. I'm planning a style shoot with Evie again, like, and doing something like a little experimental, a little fun, something I've always wanted to do. So I'm like, okay, I want to use more creative brain power myself. Like that's one of the big goals for this year is just putting, like, I felt like, I don't know about you, but like if you do shoot for yourself, right? As photographers, like I think sometimes if you're just creating work for other people all the time, right? Like, photographing weddings, photographing portrait sessions, family shoots, engagement sessions and stuff like that. You don't really get a time to like kind of play and be creative because you're creating for them. And at the same point, like you want to be creative, but also you kind of want to be safe you get like a good shot. And like, it's also like what they want. But if you're creating for yourself, it's like, yo, like I like, this is awesome.
You get like so excited.
You get really excited. And that's where I think we say it every year, but like do something for yourself because at the end of the day, you're going to walk away and be like, yeah, that was fun. Like, so take that workshop, go to that content retreat. Like if you don't have the brain to plan something, right? Workshops and content retreats are great in the sense that like it allows you to experiment and play and all that stuff, like shoot differently and all that. But I think if you plan something for yourself and experiment with something, that's even more rewarding.
Do you remember like, I feel like it was like a decade ago or something, like maybe even more than that. There was like the 365 challenge.
Oh yeah.
Where it was like
post a photo every day, right?
Post a photo every day. And it could have been like self-portraits. It could have just been like a photo, but it challenged you to come up with something new and different every day.
Take a photo every day. It's so hard.
It's so hard. But my friend Caitlin, who is Caitlin Mahar Daniels on Instagram. Follow her. She's great. Based in the Hudson Valley. But she started a group, I think it was during COVID, where it's called Let's Get Weird on Facebook. And there were like weekly challenges to do like a photo that had part of a theme, right? Like maybe it was window light.
Okay.
Maybe it was shoot at night with headlights.
Oh, I love that.
Or something. It had like a set challenge and she announced that she was going to bring it back this year. So I'm like, I'm so excited. Maybe I'll actually do that.
It's like a kind of like a book club, but like, for photos. That's kind of cool. I love that idea.
I wonder what, like, we're talking strictly from the photo aspect of things, but I wonder what people in other areas of the wedding industry do to keep their creative juices flowing.
Oh, like florists and stuff like that. Like, that's a good question. I talked to Jacqueline, Hometown Flowers, recently and stuff like that. She was telling me she gets like a little creative and builds certain things and like I actually have a snow globe from her, like, and stuff like that. Like she stole at a craft show that before I even really knew them. And she was doing that on the side and stuff like that. So, very interesting. Like, yeah, like I think a lot of vendors probably take place in styled shoots and things like that. Like I know a lot of planners plan their styled shoots and all that stuff. So I think like a good styled shoot, if you're a wedding vendor, and you're in your slower months, partaking or planning a styled photo shoot is awesome for you because it allows you to be creative. It doesn't matter what aspect. You could be a videographer and plan a styled photo shoot. You could be a planner, a florist, content creator. You don't need to be a planner to plan a styled photo. As a photographer, I plan a styled photo shoot. Like do it in collaboration. Bring in people that will help you. That's what I did. I had Jenny and Maeve help me plan one. So that's like really nice to do. So get weird this slow season, people. Get a little weird. Welcome to 2026, where you could get weird.
Love it.
Okay. Well, Lauren, got a hot topic to talk about today.
Indeed we do.
You wanted to, when this dropped, you were like, we need to talk about this.
We have to talk about this.
We got to devote a whole episode to this.
So last year, we talked about AI. We did a whole episode on AI and the new tools that were at our fingertips as photographers, as creatives, to help us in making our workflow easier. It simplifies our workflow. It makes everything quicker, easier, faster, bigger, better, faster, more. Like that's what we all want. Things have escalated.
Tremendously.
We had a whole conversation about how like we really don't know how this is going to impact the wedding industry, but we could see how it impact other areas of photography.
Yeah, like big time. With wedding industry is all about moments, right? You want to be present in moments. You want to have moments. You want to capture moments. Like if you're a photographer, capturing moments that happen in real time. And for couples, they want those real moments captured in real time, right? Like that's what it's all about. But yeah.
I'll tell you the exact moment that I knew we were cooked. I saw a post and it was, I think everybody knows what I'm about to talk about, but it was a post, it was a carousel, and it was like this couple's
Tara and
Kevin's wedding, right? And you're scrolling through it and it just says, is not real.
This is not real.
And holy shit. Because this is the first time where I looked at a series of AI images and had no fucking idea.
Couldn't tell. That was the first time myself as well that I could not tell those were AI generated.
And I have like goosebumps right now because I have concerns.
That whole wedding was completely AI generated. Shout out to Grady Boy Weddings, who created that and showcased that and put that out there for people to discuss and talk about, especially us, because yeah, that was scary.
That was a little scary. I mean, also given how much more realistic AI videos have gotten.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Videos have gotten really realistic, and I want to dive into that. But for this, I kind of want to stay on this topic real quick because of the fact that like what I saw there was a concern, but also I could see benefits in stuff like this. Okay. So real concern is like people faking moments or couples faking moments. Okay. Or just a whole day being faked or a whole portfolio being faked if you're a photographer.
We're going to dive down all of that. But at first, I just want to talk about how quickly we jumped from quirky, goofy AI photos.
Will Smith eating spaghetti. Remember that video?
Quirky, goofy AI pictures, videos that you can tell are obviously AI.
Yep.
Despite anyone's best efforts, you could still tell somebody had an extra finger or their hand looked funny or there's something in the background that just doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah.
And you could tell it's AI. People don't have pores or everything's too perfect. But in less than a year, it has gone so heavily in the other direction where now it is so unbearably realistic that you're like, I could be duped tomorrow.
Yeah, like I'm definitely getting scammed. I could get scammed now.
I could get scammed right now.
Not even when I'm 60, I could get scammed right now because the photos we saw there were so hyper realistic and looked so good. They looked like they were shot in film.
Mm-hmm.
They like aesthetically, they looked like they were edited. It looked like
expressions were
like I was just like, this is, if you didn't put AI on that, I would never have known. I would never known. So what does that mean? What does this mean for wedding photographers, for wedding vendors, for couples? What does this mean? I could see it meaning a lot of different things here. So for wedding photographers, I could see people being really concerned with this because maybe couples out there are thinking, well, I don't need a photographer. I could plug my face in and this is what happened and I'm going to type it into Nano Banana and recreate moments. Okay. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not, at least from the sense of most couples. I'm going to say 95% of couples. Where I could see that happening, though, is maybe the budget-friendly couples that want to show a little bit more and like, you know, be like, my day was this cool and blah, 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 blah. I don't see it happening that often. But at the same point, it is a concern.
You could also, I mean, they could take a picture from their actual wedding day, run it through AI, and generate an entire scene that didn't exist. And if you weren't there, how would you ever know?
You would never know. Now, is that genuine? No. And I don't think most couples want that. I think most couples do want genuine. They want their day seen as it was.
People still,
that's my hope, at least.
People still want and crave the human element to their wedding memories. Mm-hmm. They're tied to human connection. Yeah. They want something that can be perceived as happening organically, naturally, or recorded as a moment actually happening in time. I think most people still value human connection when it comes to their vendors, and would probably see something like this and go, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, I have the heebie-jeebies. But that's not to say, I mean, first of all, look at all the fucking boomers who go and like, they're like, oh, look at this fun filter. And they run themselves through a random AI filter and they post it as their profile picture, right? Mm-hmm. I see. Or as they're aging, people who are conflicted with aging, and they're like, well, I want to look younger.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. Do I think that the wedding industry is going to be directly impacted? Like, do I think that our jobs are going to be obsolete? No. But what I can tell you is that it's going to be a lot harder to tell whose portfolio is real.
That's the part right there. This is going to make it a lot harder for couples to identify who's real and who's not. Like, this is where couples now have to do more research. They have to look into things, see full galleries. Even like
a full gallery can be faked.
You could fake a full gallery. It's very true.
That's what makes me nervous. I mean, we're in an era where we have this epidemic of photographers who are fucking over their couples. They're padding their portfolios with images that they didn't take, or they're,
buying stock photos,
doing associate tickets. It's so hard for couples to feel protected.
Yeah.
Already.
These couples now have to do so much research into vendors. If it's real, look at, not even just photography. Look at florals, for example. What's to stop a florist from going out there and creating a whole fake portfolio based on AI? You know, like, and creating that and showcasing like all this stuff. Oh yeah, I created this. And like, you could type that all up, and then couples send in their money, and boom,
looks nothing like that.
It looks nothing like that, or they don't show up, they scam, things like that. So this is where there has to be something in place. And I think what it comes down to is like, you really need to do your research now. Couples will really need to do their research, and vendors, we talk about transparency in this industry. I think this is where you have to be like uber transparent with your couples.
This is now the time to get as many testimonials and reviews as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Because that's what people are going to be looking at in addition to like sending full you're going to be asked to receive or send full galleries more than you've ever been asked in your life.
100%.
And I remember like when I first started out in the industry and I started working on my own, like if somebody wanted to see a full gallery, I was like, you don't trust me? Like, it was weird.
Yeah.
That somebody would ask me that question. Now it's standard, and I have to send like 3 galleries so that they can see like, okay, here's what a venue looked like. Here's what a wedding looked like on this type of day. Here's like what a wedding looked like with this type of couple or whatever, just so they can see that not every wedding is the same.
Yep.
But all weddings can be captured.
Yep.
But my God.
It's concerning.
This is alarming.
It's very alarming. This was kind of getting punched in the mouth a little bit as a wedding pro, especially a wedding photographer. If I was like, it just woke me up essentially, because we knew the day would happen. Mm-hmm. We knew it was coming eventually, but we started this show and AI had just started.
Yeah.
Like generative fill, ChatGPT, all that stuff. That was 2.5 years ago. That stuff started coming out. And we were like, I remember seeing the video of Will Smith eating spaghetti and being like, oh my God, that's like ridiculous. Like they showed an AI clip of Will Smith eat spaghetti that it was Will Smith eating spaghetti. Like if you put an actual clip of him eating spaghetti next to the AI counterpart, I couldn't tell which one was AI.
I mean, there are a lot of terrifying reasons why this level of realism in AI is scary.
Yeah. And
it can be
alarming.
used for evil. It can be used for evil in a variety of different ways, which, as Americans, I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
But for our industry, I don't think you and I ever were scared that AI was going to replace our jobs.
No.
It says a lot that the first thing that made me nervous is that somebody could fake their entire website.
That's more nerve-wracking to me than anything else. And I know I'm established. Okay, you're established. We've been around for a long time. We've been doing this for a long time. We have credibility. We have past referrals and testimonials and reviews and all that stuff. Okay, we have a body of work that backs ourselves up. But for the newer photographers out there that are starting out, they might be competing against these people that are faking portfolios. And like that might be harder for them to break into the industry because like they're trying to do it the right way. And then there's people out there just padding their portfolio with AI. And that's the part that's a little concerning to me is like now, and also the fact that like, I don't care. Like somebody could post an AI photo and it could look 20 times better than anything I've ever captured in my life. Okay. But I know I captured that shot. I know I captured my best photo and AI did that. Right. So I don't worry about that like ever taking my job away. I know what I give. I know the client experience I give. And that's the part where we keep talking about client experience is now a big factor. Showing yourself on social media is a big factor. Showing up because now we want to see the genuine side of wedding vendors because AI doesn't give you that genuine side. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. You know, all that stuff. So if you can connect to that vendor on a personal level as well as to their work, now it's just an added element.
Yeah.
And that's the factor. That could be the selling factor to you over anything else. So that's where what I see is like, that's where it's going to go is you're going to have to put yourself out there. You're going to have to put yourself, your work, your process out there because there's going to be people faking the shit. And that's the part that's scary.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's kind of overwhelming when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that one post, I looked at it and was like, oh, fuck. Because remember,
they look great photos. They look good, like good photos.
I was like, damn, this is such a pretty wedding. Oh my God, it's not real.
Oh my God.
Because, we've seen.
I've been bamboozled.
I have been bamboozled. Flimflammery.
Oh.
I don't like being tricked. And you've been scrolling TikTok, right? Like me and Britt, we recently just we sent each other a video and it was like bunnies jumping on a trampoline.
Yeah.
I got bamboozled by the bunnies jumping on the trampoline.
Yeah.
And I was pissed.
Oh my God.
I was pissed. What a cute video, right?
Yeah. Do you there's so many things now that like you question if it's AI or not. I watched a lady, she feeds bears. Okay. I'm like, this is AI. This is AI. She's got 300 videos of her feeding bears. The bears are real. It's real. It's a real video.
She actually feeds bears.
She actually feeds bears.
Beers.
Beers.
She feeds beers.
Beers. She feeds the beers, guys.
The beers.
Not the beers. But the beers. She feeds beers. So, but that's what I mean. It's like, who else goes on TikTok now and like you watch a video and you're like, that's AI? Because I do. That's AI. That's got to be AI.
I get so upset. Like I check the comments and I'm like, please tell me this is AI or not. Like I don't want to comment and like be made to feel like a dummy because it's AI and I didn't recognize that it was AI.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. And like these programs are so easy and they're like, some of them are free and like Nano Banana and all this stuff.
Nano Banana is
probably one of the most realistic ones. That's what that wedding was created on, was Nano Banana. Crazy, right?
Who did I see using it? Was it Cassidy?
I don't even know. What, she did something with AI?
I think she was testing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Rosie Hardy. was using Nano Banana to like kind of do like a tutorial on how, because Rosie Hardy, if you know who Rosie Hardy is, she's a photographer in the UK, and she does like they used to be called photo manipulations.
Oh my God, yeah.
That doesn't even exist
DeviantArt
anymore.
days.
Yeah. She used to do just like very heavily edited images where they were very surreal, conceptual based artwork. All of that used to be done by hand. It would take her hours and hours and hours, sometimes days to complete one photo. Now she's just like circling stuff, writing in a prompt, and
there you go.
There it is. And it's
crazy. It's so insane. You know what? Okay. So we talked about like affecting the industry, right? Wedding industry, because we're wedding photographers. Okay. When I saw AI come about and like AI imagery come about, and like, you know, you started to see like the apps and everything, like, oh, you could use AI to update your LinkedIn profile photo and stuff like that. Well, that's a market. Portrait photography, headshot photography, that's a market, right? I see the following markets being affected before weddings, because I always think weddings are somewhat safe because there's real genuine moments that need to get captured. But I do see AI truly impacting the headshot portrait market more than anything else, as well as even family photographers more than anything else, because I've seen it. Especially
with like themed
stuff.
Like holiday cards and things like that. I feel like very easily.
There's like, you know, a lot of people who go to like the Santa's workshops and take photos with Santa, with like magical things going on. And it looks kind of AI, but it's like the people in there. Now these people are going to figure out like, hey, I could download a program for $20 for the month and stuff like that. Here are my kids' faces from other photos. Plug them in, create a Christmas card. There you go. Okay. Family photos could get impacted big time by this. Oh, I need a good Christmas card. Oh man, I forgot to do a Christmas card. All right, here's the photos from this year. Let me get my Christmas card together. Well, that photographer that took your Christmas card photos every year now lost their job. They lost out on a job. And could I see this happen? Like, you know, it could be a snowball effect into the next 5 years or so, that you start to see families just opting out of the family photos because they could go into doing AI portraiture.
We do not support that.
Hell no.
Make no mistake, us having this conversation does not mean we support that. We hate that.
I hate that so much. It's that.
Don't take us out of context and put us on the internet and say these motherfuckers.
No, because I take family photos
I'm
every
a family
year.
photographer.
Oh my God, I'm a family photographer. Okay, like most of my couples hire me to take their family photos.
They get married, they have babies. They get married, they have babies.
Yeah, I don't want this at all, but I could see it happening.
The headshot stuff, people are already doing that.
People are already doing that, and I could see like, you know, actors and stuff like that. Like they need a good headshot for, you know, they go like they used to hire these headshot photographers for $2,000-$3,000. Go into a studio, take all these headshots, go lifestyle photos, like, you know, $3,000 for a headshot. Okay, I see that market get impacted. I mean, we already seen it impact like, you know, branding and advertising campaigns. Like, you know, some of these people, they don't need graphic designers anymore to design ads. You know, it's crazy to think, but that's the case here. I do think weddings are a little more safe right now.
For now.
I do think weddings are a little more safe because people still value genuine emotion. They value genuine moments more than anything. So I see that being safe for now until our society doesn't value that stuff. You know, I see it being somewhat safe. Do I see it getting impacted in certain ways? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I do. Like, you know, I could also see it being used for good in certain cases.
Well, let's talk about the good ways that AI has directly impacted our work. I mean, for one, we've already talked about it. Like how quickly we can do things that used to take us hours.
Absolutely. Programs like Aftershoot, I mean, hey, they help us tremendously. I went from delivering photos in 8 to 12 weeks to now 5 to 6 weeks, half the time. and still delivering an incredible product and giving more back and giving them back faster. Whew, I love that. Okay. It's taking a lot of time out of my day to do that. And I'm putting that time into other areas. So AI has helped tremendously with that. Writing email prompts, doing, ChatGPT to help update my website for SEO purposes, and
the note taker doing transcriptions, and it's all of these things are helpful for us as business owners. On the flip side, if maybe there was a virtual assistant that you previously had or an editor that you used to use, maybe that person has now become obsolete.
That's the thing. It's jobs could be lost in the sense.
I mean, I don't know if if this is happening to you, but every other day I'm getting a new editor or retoucher in my DMs. That's like, I'll do a wedding for free for you. If you things like that. Like, I know that editors are suffering now. So they have to find alternate solutions.
There used to be editing houses. And I don't know too many anymore. I don't know if there still are. There are editors. I know a lot of people still use editors and they still exist, but even those editors might be using AI to help them out, kind of thing. So
then you might be paying somebody
just to use the program, that you could pay for. That could happen.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
I know an editing house that used to use AI editing, and they were upcharging. And you were essentially, and then people started figuring out they were using it before everybody knew about it. And it was just oh, I could just pay for that? Okay.
Oop.
So we're super excited to announce a partnership with Aftershoot. Aftershoot AI is designed to speed up and simplify every step of the process from importing, culling, editing, and exporting. Aftershoot truly changed the game for us as wedding photographers.
I love Aftershoot.
Isn't it so great?
Yeah, culling is super easy. Editing is super easy. You train your own profile based on the way that you edit.
It's so good.
You know what my favorite part is?
What is it?
Unlimited edits.
Isn't that great? It's just you pay one price per month or per year. You're locked in. Amazing. Edit as much as you want on the go. You could be on an airplane and it works.
Okay, I changed my mind. That's the best part.
Love that. You be on the go. You don't need internet to work the program. It is so simple, so easy to use. And it's incredible. And I think you guys should try it out.
You can cull thousands of photos in minutes with AI that helps identify the best selections. Build an editing profile based on the way that you edit, or you can even select one from top industry pros. Export right into Lightroom, Capture One, or Bridge for fast and accurate results.
So with an Aftershoot subscription, you get an all-in-one AI assistant that can cull, edit, crop, straighten, export. And now you could also retouch using it as well. No paying an extra. It's all included.
You can try it for free for 30 days using the link in the show notes and use code TVT15 for 15% off a subscription purchase. Wedding vendors. Do you need a contract? The Legal Paige is a legal education platform for small businesses and a contract template shop. They help you get legally legit in minutes.
So we're super excited to partner with them. Lauren, I know you've been using them for a long time, and I started using them last year. Damn.
Listen, on top of being one of my favorite people in the universe, Paige has created such an amazing resource for wedding vendors.
They are the resource for wedding pros looking for full-length contracts, short forms, a la carte clauses. So whether you're a photographer, videographer, planner, florist, DJ, you name it, the Legal Paige is a contract that will make your business legally legit.
All contracts have been reviewed and critiqued by industry-leading professionals and come with free future updates made by the Legal Paige's legal team.
So Paige also is a retired wedding and family photographer, but she is an attorney, so she has a very unique perspective and expertise when it comes to photography contracts.
She offers free education through their blog posts, podcast episodes, and YouTube channel.
You know what's super cool about this, Lauren?
What?
We got a code.
I love codes.
Right? So you could use code TVT10, and you know what that gets you?
10% off.
Anything in the shop. So you want to get your business legally legit? Check out the Legal Paige.
Hey, wedding pros, do you want to show up on Google and ChatGPT without spending your whole life trying to learn SEO? Wedding SEO Bootcamp is the only SEO program that is laser focused specifically on wedding professionals. Photographers, planners, venues, DJs, you name it. That's what makes it different. Because it's built just for the wedding industry, it skips over the overwhelming SEO for everyone advice and gives you exactly what you need to move up in search results. I would know because I've used her and she's incredible. Inside Bootcamp, you'll get a clear plan for how to get found by the right couples through search, so you're not stuck relying on Instagram's mood swings or praying your next post pops off. So if you've been thinking, I know I should work on my SEO, I just don't want it to be my second or third job, then this is for you. Check out Sarah Does SEO and the Wedding SEO Bootcamp at the link in the show notes and save 10% through January with the code TVT10.
Like, it sucks, man. It does. This sucks. We're kicking off the year talking about AI. Fuck me, man. Okay.
But I mean, I can tell you right now, there's so many good uses for, especially like copy editing, right?
Sure.
A lot of people just like are not good with words and have
I'm horrible with
a
it.
horrible time articulating what they want to say, let alone about themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that somebody said to me was that they put their website into ChatGPT. Every time I fuck this up, and had it like tell you like what it thought about your work and how best to describe it.
Yeah. I love that.
That's so useful to somebody who may not have a good way with words.
100%.
There's going to be some asshole that's like, just use a fucking thesaurus.
Oh, come on.
Not everybody has
Come on.
Not everybody can do that.
No, it's just.
Some people have like processing delays or
me.
they're
I have
dyslexic.
a processing delay.
There's a lot of different reasons why people may need assistance to help them write copy for their website, for their social media or blogs.
Yeah. I use it to help me sometimes get words out, sentences out, stuff like that, like captions, prompts. Even though I was a B- English student my whole life, essentially. My grammar is terrible. Terrible, okay? If you see the captions and the captions like suck, okay, grammatically, that's because I write the captions, okay? So like 100%. So
and then there's me like after you post something, I'll be like, hey, you're going to hate me for this, but
yeah.
Too late now.
Too late now. Sorry, guys. But, AI helps people with certain things. Like I do have a processing delay. I talk about that all the time. Like the fact I'm on a podcast is baffling to me. But at the same point, AI can help. So there are pros and cons with that, everything. And that's what like we're talking about. The thing that there's just so much.
It's exhausting.
It's so exhausting, dude.
Do we really want to open up 2026 with this one? What?
Why'd we do this?
I don't know. We had to. It's important.
It's so important because this came out a few weeks ago and we were like, what the fuck are we doing? And like what is happening?
The crux of the issue here is now that it's like, okay, we have time saved as a huge valuable piece of AI's like introduction into our world, but then it's also altering the truth.
Yeah.
Of what we're seeing now. So, and all of this information is being thrust at us from all directions. Mm-hmm. Now people are questioning, holy fuck, is this real? It used to be relegated just to the boomers, right? The boomers, they fall victim to everything, right? Mm-hmm. They're just like, oh my God, have you seen this photo? It's fake. Like, you know it's fake.
Yeah.
But now
it's getting so real.
Now it's getting so real that it's.
You can't tell. We can't tell. And and we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming.
I don't like it.
Next is the videos are going to get so hyper realistic.
That's what's scary to me.
Because the videos are getting good. The photos are next level. But now we're seeing the videos getting better and better and better. And we're like, oh, shit. Okay. Because
I don't think I need to. So if you're a bleeding heart liberal like me, you follow Andrew Sky, I think is what his name is. And he's a lawyer on TikTok. And he also a daddy. Love him. But he posts a lot of relevant content to what's going on either in politics or in
Society.
life, society, pop culture, things like that. He posted a video of himself and then was like, hey, that wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody made this video of me speaking as me with my voice, and that's not me.
Yeah.
And that's fucking crazy.
I mean, well,
Imagine
yeah.
like a high profile person, just like think of all the reasons why this could be so fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it essentially could mislead society in certain things. I mean, like not even just the political side of things. It could be everything. Like, you know, if you watch a video of somebody saying something that they didn't actually say, like, oh shit, you know, like that's crazy.
It's very scary.
Like, I mean, we're a niche podcast in a sense. We talk about the wedding industry. That's like society impacts, right? World impacts. Like, holy shit, like everything. I talked about this. Like, I followed the Hollywood strikes like big time because I worked in the industry for a long time. I worked in the motion picture television industry for a long time, and I have friends in that industry and stuff. So I followed that strike, the writer's strike, the actor's strike, you know, and it all had to do with AI. Hollywood's regulated essentially with AI. I think the world needs to get regulated with AI.
That's the most alarming thing, is that all of these developments with AI have rapidly escalated, and there has been no introduction of any kind of legislation on regulation.
No, there needs to be. And people are like, well, you can't regulate this shit. Yes, you can.
Yes, you absolutely
Yes,
can.
you can. Absolutely. And it needs to be. And and I'm not saying like, oh, the wedding industry needs to get regulated for this. No, like the world needs to get regulated.
World.
Because
like we're not talking about specifically the wedding industry. It has to be right. There are so many evil things that people can use this for.
100%. You could show so much evil with this and mislead people, scam people. And it's easy to do.
It's also easy to spiral and think about it and just be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like it's so much to think about.
I'm going to talk about this because I got an email, right? Mm-hmm. And it was, it seemed like a marketing agency was like reaching out to influencers to work with a very large brand. Okay. Very large brand. Okay. A brand that I use every day. And like, I was just like, okay, this is intriguing. I get these emails once in a while and things like that. And, you know, I'm like, I'm going to sign up for a meeting just to see if this is real. Okay. Just to see. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just it's a Zoom meeting, right? So I log in to the Zoom meeting and a person pops up and everything like that. And they're like, they're explaining to me like who they are, like their agency that they work for, the brand they're working with, and what they're looking to do. So I'm like, okay. I was like, do you have a presentation of this? Okay. Like of like what it's going to do. Like, do you have it? She's like, yeah, I'll play the video. Plays the video, clearly an AI video. Clearly. I'm watching this video and I'm just like, this is AI. Okay. They're not using the company logos. This is on YouTube. This is not like, you know, all this stuff. I'm just like, okay. All right. Interesting. This looks like a program that this company is making. But I'm like, if this is a program that's not out, hasn't been announced, and I'm Googling as I'm watching this video, there's no announcement. There's no word of this program ever in development, no Reddit subboards, no nothing, right? So I'm like, this can't be real. Okay, I'm watching a video. I didn't sign an NDA. I didn't sign anything. And you're playing a video on a potential beta product for a large scale company that like one of the most biggest companies in the world. I'm like, this is a scam. This is a scam in some way, shape, or form. So I'm watching it, I was just like, yeah, this is just not for me kind of thing. Like, this is not a program I would use or anything like that. But I'm like, I think that was a scam. And I could be completely wrong. But that's
But
how
the fact that you're
crazy.
even questioning it is part of the you're now going to be questioning so many more things than you ever thought that you would. I mean, scams are bad enough as it was. Like with
You have to be so smart now. You have to question everything. Everything needs to. I was questioning every sense of that meeting, and it was a real person in front of me, but I was questioning every and that's crazy. that I was literally meeting with somebody that was showing an AI video and all this stuff for a large company and all this. I was just like, should I report this? Because should I email
the company
and be like, are you releasing this product? Like, because is this because you have somebody out here doing this? And, looked at the brand's website, who they worked, it looked like a legit thing, but who's to say that they are? Because I could create a website and put like logos that I worked with this and put fake reviews. And what's not to say that in the wedding industry? I'm exhausted.
Okay, like deep breath. Deep breath. Okay.
Are you guys like in your car right now and you're like just like
having a fucking panic attack?
Are you like, yeah, are we what a way to kick off 2026, right?
Jesus.
But this is the concerns with what we have heading into the year, because by the end of 2026, we're going to sit down and see how it evolved. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you in 1 year, it's going to be holy shit. What's going to happen? We saw it in 2.5 years, 3 years, that Will Smith spaghetti video. I referenced it a few times. And now you see Will Smith eating spaghetti and you can't tell if it's Will Smith or not. So
I don't want the episode to end in panic.
Yeah.
We don't want the episode to end in panic. We don't want everybody to start panicking that AI is going to take over our jobs and be used for purely evil purposes, even though, that's probably why it was created in the first place.
Just always bring the light to the room.
Yeah. Things that it can't replace are human connection immediately.
No.
We've already talked about this. Human connection is still very valuable to a lot of people. It cannot be replaced.
It won't. And that's where value is going to be exponential, is that.
Yeah. This is not the movie Subservience. We're not going to replace our wife with a robot, right? We're going to.
Wow.
Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Megan Fox.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Is it
weird?
Good? Yeah?
Weird.
It was like, there was a Johnny Depp movie where he goes into he dies, but his mind is uploaded into the grid essentially.
Yeah.
And becomes evil and takes over stuff. I never watched the whole movie, but it was one of those Transvergence or something. I don't know, something like that. It was weird. Yeah.
It's weird.
Weird.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah. Our ability to handle stressful situations and connect with our couples and build timelines and remain connected to our clientele is very valuable to people.
Very.
It's not something that's going to be replaced anytime soon with AI.
I think this is where clients are going to value that emotional connection, that personal connection more than ever, is because what they're seeing is just AI slop at times, or they're not trusting that. So they want to have that connection with that person, that vendor, see the real thing, get to know them, get to know that relationship, because at the end of the day, they're going to value that just as much as their artwork.
Yeah. And
if they create great art, that's the bonus part. And yes, that's what it is about. But there is that part of finding that vendor that's trustworthy and that has that connection and has that credibility, because it's going to be a lot harder for them to find that. It's got a lot. There's just a lot of misleading. There's a lot of. We've talked about how many fucking scams in this industry throughout the years, and now this is the easiest way to scam somebody.
Yeah,
it's just made it easy. Yeah,
you can't replace an authentic moment by inventing one.
No,
it's not. It just doesn't work that way.
No.
So I hope that people will still see the value in what we do as photographers and creatives, even not even just the photography aspect of things, but for other people in the industry. A computer is not going to replace you as a human being. You are going to have to get really fucking good at your job, though.
Yeah. It's going to separate people, the good from the bad real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. And, there are going to be measures in place to tell if things are, you could tell now, a lot of things, but it's also the programs, even Instagram. AI info. You could see it, AI info. Like I uploaded a photo that I used generative fill on just to remove a couple of things
And it labeled
it AI. And I was just like, I just use generative fill, but technically I'm using AI to do that. So like, I think there needs to be some form of identifying elements of AI. Like maybe that's where the programs are going to get so smart, is like you're going to have programs like Grok or Gemini or whatever, where you could showcase that image. Is like, is this image AI? And they could just identify, yes, it is AI. Like here is where AI was used. And it's just like, they removed this, they removed that. Okay. It was used for distraction removal. Things like maybe just like a little element, or like they just use it to remove an element from the shot. Okay. But no human manipulation took place where like this is a real moment captured or something like that. Like there's because at the end of the day, like if you're uploading an image to a website, for instance, metadata takes place in that image, right? You can see it was captured with a Canon 5D Mark IV on this day with this lens in this setting, the location geotag. You could even have location geotag on there, and you know that's a real moment captured. And then you could that could be verified, you know, essentially with everything else. So there's that. But the fact of the matter is, like, it's just now coming down to more and more people now have to ask more and more questions.
Yeah.
The couples need to be more educated. They need to know what to ask. They need to know, like, if you're looking for a wedding photographer, to ask for full galleries and not just one.
Multiple.
Multiple. Like, if you're hiring a planner, you want to see a body of work. You want to see referrals. You want to see behind the scenes. You know, if you're hiring a florist, you want to see the same things.
Behind the scenes, huge. I feel like
it's the most validating thing you could use to validate your business.
it just shows couples that you are actively shooting. You can see that you are physically at a wedding shooting the wedding.
You're real.
You're a real person.
Behind the scenes is going to be the biggest resource for vendors to showcase they're real. And the people are like, I don't want to do behind the scenes. You're
Tough
gonna
titty.
need. You're gonna need to.
Tough titty, grow up.
You're gonna need to. You are. You're gonna need to, and that's where it's gonna help validate
Get
us.
one of those like 360 things that you just boop and then just let it do its thing.
Meta glasses, 360 camera. There's so many things. You buy a phone mount for your hot shoe. You know, like you're a photographer. Hire a content creator to follow you around for a couple of weddings. Like, you know, if you're a planner, there's so many elements there.
It's gonna be a very important thing to do to prove that you're a real person. I can't believe that I have to prove I'm a real human being.
Are you real?
Listen, time is a lie. I started watching this show called Dark.
Oh God, I don't know this show.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And if you're into like sci-fi, time travel, black holes, wormholes.
Oh, I like that stuff. Okay. Cool.
Alternate dimensions, watch it.
It's like kind of like Stranger Things a little bit.
It's every time I watch an episode, it blows my fucking mind at the end. And I'm just like, here I am thinking that I've got it.
Yeah. Kind of like Black Mirror.
Shocking twist.
Like a Black Mirror, like a little bit.
Kind of.
Some of the episodes are like fucking trippy. I've only watched.
It's been a while since I watched a series that has just like
blown your mind, made you think,
made me ask so many questions more than I ever get answers.
Yeah, there's a few shows that I've watched this year that I'm like, yeah.
I believe it's German, but it's dubbed in English.
See, that's not a show I could edit to though, because I have to read subtitles.
The subtitles are, I mean, it's in English.
It's in English.
Yeah,
but it's like,
audibly it's in English, but their lips won't match up.
I don't like that though.
You'll get over it.
I don't like that though.
I normally don't.
I watch but if I'm gonna watch a show that's in a different language, I want to watch it in their language.
I also agree.
With subtitles.
I'm with you there. This is the only one that I have.
You did the dubs.
I've pushed through it because it's so fucking worth it.
Okay. I just don't like the dubs, man.
I know. I would rather, if it's in French, I'd rather watch it in French with the subtitles.
That's
on.
what I like.
I agree. Just
shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck up and do it.
Okay. Shut the fuck up.
Trust me. If you've listened, if you've watched it, DM me. I have so many questions.
You know what? I don't want to say I hope society goes this way, but like, did you ever see the movie Ready Player One?
No.
No? Great movie. Great book.
I've heard very good things.
Great book too. Okay?
I've heard very good things.
Great book if you like a good book. But movie is excellent. Steven Spielberg directed it. awesome. But essentially it's like 2040 something, okay? And essentially everybody's like plugged into a video game. Essentially, like life is like kind of shitty for most people. Like they're poor, everything like that. But they all go into a game that basically like you can make currency and like you could actually like, you know, play games and you disconnect from society. Essentially, it's like, you know, like Don't Touch Grass is like, that's this movie, okay? And there's a lot of premise to it and there's a lot of like fun and stuff like that. And there's a whole premise of like, you know, the creator wanted the person to, you know, like whoever found like these Easter eggs would essentially take over the game. The creator died and stuff like that and was going to leave the game to whoever could find the Easter eggs. So it's a great premise, but it also is like society was like so disconnected from reality that was like part that was like so concerning. And like the end of the movie, it was just like, they're like, you know, they would shut down the game. Like the person that won was like, we're shutting down the game on certain days so people could go outside and socialize and be functional and stuff like that. And like not touch technology. Like we grew up in a time where technology wasn't, it was in its infancy in certain cases. The internet was like, we had dial up, you know, like.
That noise is going to haunt me forever.
Oh my God. AOL chat rooms. Like I still hear the door opening and closing and stuff like that.
Yeah, the chat rooms. I remember.
But you had like set time, like where you would go on and like video games weren't like this. And like, you know, technology wasn't that interactive. Like you had to physically ride your bike to a friend's house to see if they were home. Because if you called their house, somebody might have been.
Well, because if your mom was on the phone, you couldn't get in touch with them.
There was no call waiting and stuff like that. This is the 90s, by the way. Okay, the 90s were fucking awesome. But like that's how it was. And I really think we peaked as a society pre-technology because we still had technology, but it was used to aid us. And it wasn't used to just overwhelm us. Now technology overwhelms us. And while it does aid us in a sense, like we've made breakthroughs and medical breakthroughs and all this stuff, technology does hinder us in our species development in terms of like, we're getting dumber.
Oh, we're getting so much dumber.
We're so dumb now. Okay? Like just using ChatGPT to answer a simple question.
We're getting so
like,
stupid.
Using like certain things. We're really getting dumber as a society because we're relying on technology to do mundane tasks or fundamental tasks that like were just like a breeze for us 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So I do think it's important to touch fucking grass.
Oh my God.
It is.
Fucking don't even just touch it. Just go roll around in it.
Yeah.
Oh, the smell of grass.
Love the smell of grass.
I miss summer.
I get itchy too.
I do get itchy too.
Roll in the grass. I get so itchy.
Go touch grass and take a Benadryl.
That actually happened to me this year. I was playing with my kids. I was wrestling with them in the grass, and I got up. I was like, "Why am I so itchy?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I just rolled in pollen." Essentially, like, yeah. Oh man, but no, I just think like today with this and what we're gonna see this year, there's a lot of good that could come from it. It can help us, and it's gonna help us. It helps us as wedding pros every day. It helps us get back to our clients quicker. It helps us deliver our deliverables, get back faster, more refined, better. You know, we're delivering a better product at the end of the day.
I think at the end of the day, it really is up to how people use these tools. And if you use them ethically, then we won't have a problem.
Use them for good.
But humans are inherently terrible and they fuck everything up.
We're an awful species.
So we're an invasive species.
We are.
And I think it's really just kind of using these tools in an informed and ethical way in the future that's going to really dictate the direction that it's going.
Yeah.
So let's all use AI for good and not for evil.
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 Don't use it for evil.
Beers.
Let's
The beers.
do it right way. The beers.
The beers.
Let's do this shit the right way.
Be it good.
Be it so good. Yeah, and don't create AI artwork and put it in your portfolio and say like you did that.
Don't do that,
Please
please.
don't do that.
I feel like
You
I've had
suck
to.
if you do that.
I feel like I've had to yell so much this year And I don't want to keep yelling.
Well, last year. We just started this year. Have you yelled a lot this year? We don't know. We're recording this in 2025.
I don't know
Time
yet.
machine.
All I know is that I've been a menace lately on Threads.
all my social media. Okay, so this will come out in like the first week of January, but Stranger Things will be complete.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Okay, why they're releasing it on Christmas Day, and I feel like
I'm delaying a week.
How I can't stay off the internet.
I think it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome, but
I think it's gonna be great. Put the phone away.
I gotta brick the phone. I have the brick. The brick is great, by the way. If you need a good product, get the brick.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stay off of social media. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna get past the holidays. I'm not watching Stranger Things on Christmas Day. I'm not doing it. I can't.
Yeah, but you know, you might want to.
I might want to.
You're gonna watch it. 'Cause I told my wife already. I was just like, "Hey, if you fall asleep on Christmas Day, I'm staying up and watching Stranger Things all night." And she was just like, "What?"
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, babe. Love you so much. It's like, I really hope they stick the landing. If this is coming out after,
Can you imagine?
Oh my God, I hope they stick the
If
landing.
they fuck this up the way they fucked up Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Well, Game of Thrones though, the final season sucked balls.
Horrible.
Like, I mean, the one battle, that part was great and stuff like that, but I didn't feel like the show was good. The first 4 episodes, because it's coming out before the second batch releases and then the finale, the first 4 episodes were some of the best television I've ever watched in my life.
Really good.
I've literally, since that come out, I've rewatched the entire series again because I was just like, I need to watch it again. I need to pick up on the little things. There's so many little things, little Easter eggs that picked up the whole time.
Oh, that's right. You said that you were gonna. I was like, bless you.
Bless you.
I said that like I didn't do like a recap on whatever.
I can tell you everything. What do you want to know?
I'm not gonna ask you right now.
All right.
We'll be here for another 2 hours.
I know. So we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah, but yeah. I hope there's a show that takes that mantle, like, you know, because Stranger Things, like, it was like 10 years of like, I really love that show. So I hope there's
10 years.
I hope there's a show that takes that mantle. Watching Fallout. Fallout's great too. That's a good
I've heard
show.
that's good too.
It's a great show. Great, like first season was awesome. I haven't watched season 2 yet, but great show. I'm like, I need a really good like show to take that mantle. There's a lot of other ones, but it's gonna be hard to top Stranger Things. But
is there a Stranger Things video game?
No,
That should be.
That would be fun.
That should be a thing.
That would be fun. I'm excited. My slow season, I can start playing video games again. I might start us like, so if you guys are listening and you're a gamer, you know Discord. I think I'm gonna start a vendor table Discord, and all the gamers will play some games together over the slow season. We'll do like community game nights and stuff. I've wanted to start one for a while. I know you don't know what Discord is. Essentially chat rooms. Essentially like
okay.
It's like a open chat room that's just like roles and stuff like that. And you could type, and then there's like, you could literally go into voice chat rooms and like play video games together and stuff. And
okay.
So it's kind of cool. It's fun. So should I start a Discord for the vendor table? Everybody. Lauren has no idea what that is, but maybe we'll do that. Have video game nights, because I want to play a game and I haven't played anything in a while.
I started Hogwarts Legacies.
Oh, is that that's a Harry Potter game?
Yeah.
Not a Harry Potter guy. Just not a Harry Potter guy. I know everybody's gonna fucking. Ugh. Read a great book. Great book. Okay. Movie's coming out too in March. Project Hail Mary.
Oh, right.
Incredible. I'm not a book guy, but if you want to read a book in 2026, if you've never read a book, okay, or like.
If you've never read a book.
If you never read a book, there's people out there.
Okay? There's definitely people who have never read books, which is crazy.
But if you haven't read a book in a while and you want to like get into a good book, that book, but I do audiobooks. That audiobook is fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. I binged that shit in 2 weeks and I was like, I didn't want to put it down. It was so good. So good. Watch it. You'll love it. Has everything. That's my recommendation for this year. Book club. She could tell you everything about any other book. Okay. Especially fairy smut.
I don't just read fairy smut. I sometimes read horror.
Oh, horror. With probably fucking in it.
No fucking.
Oh, just horror.
Yeah.
Straight up horror.
Yeah.
You know what? We should have you play a horror game and record it.
Oh my God.
There's a guy I watch on TikTok. I watch his reactions all the time. He's so fucking funny.
The way I react when I'm playing games is so over the top and I can't control it. It's so like when I'm playing BioShock or a shooter game and like something comes out, I'm like, ah! Like I was like that with the old Tomb Raider. Like when the wolves or the bears would come out, I'd be like, ah! Like I have zero chill.
There's a dude I watch. I think his name's King Wolves, and like he's always pops up on my TikTok, and it's so fucking funny. He was playing the A Quiet Place game.
Oh God!
And he went to throw a brick in the game, and like the Quiet Place things like react to noise, and his face is like all of a sudden the thing just attacks him, and he just screams and it cuts to black. It's so fucking funny.
It's all those like. The ones, the games where it's like you're in a haunted house or whatever, and there's like a fucking if you move when the lights are on, it moves, or like when it moves when it's dark, and then the lights turn on, and you're like, it's right here.
Yeah,
I cannot.
I would love to see you play one of those games. It'd be so fucking funny. All right, let's wrap up our first episode of 2026. Lauren.
Yes?
Where can they find you?
You can find me at LaurenO'BrienPhoto.com and Lauren O'Brien Photo and the Feral Photog on Instagram and TikTok. Mike, where can they find you?
At Michael Casara Photo on Instagram, TikTok, as well as my website. And you can find us at the Vendor Table Pod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, as well as
our Facebook group.
Guys, it's been so fun. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026. We will catch you next time.
Okay, bye.